currently third on the discus rankings as she aims to qualify for the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. She now joins us to chat about how she plans to get to that number one spot. Yane, thank you so much for joining us. How are things going your side?
Thank you so much for having me. Things is going well on this side, getting to training a lot more, so I really enjoy it, yeah.
Awesome. And just the last time that we spoke, you said that you're looking forward to what 2021 is bringing you, coming in and bringing you. So far, what has 21 brought you, just your opportunities?
2021 has brought me competition. So competition is starting soon. So I'm looking very forward to that. So that's what 2021 so far has bring me.
Okay, awesome. And we know that you transitioned from javelin and shot put just to get into discus, because we know that at this year's Paralympics, discus is the discipline that is being played. So what has that process been like for you, just to be focusing on discus?
The process of changing is not that difficult as yet for me, because I do shot put. The discipline is very similar. It's only for discus we have to take a bigger step inside the circle, or the implement is a bit different, but the basic stuff is the same as shot put.
So not that much of a transition for you. It hasn't really put you off or out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. I'm managing, so
that's great to hear. And just as I mentioned, you are currently third on the rankings. What are the next steps in order for you to make sure that you can get into qualify for the Paralympics? Like, what tournaments do you have, competitions leading up?
The next steps will be to get a qualified competition that's IPC registered, so where I can qualify again. I'm not sure if there will be one before April. By the end of April, we have our national championships in PE, where I can also qualify.
Okay, awesome. And we know that going into an international competition, it's financially it can become a bit of a struggle. You have to have sponsors behind you. What does that look like for you at the moment? Do you have sponsors or financial backing to make sure that you do make it to Paralympic Games, that you're not worried about the financial part, and you have that focus on just playing and making sure that you do well for yourself?
Currently, I have no financial support, but I have to add that the University of Johannesburg did help in the past with funding my international competitions. So I believe they will do the same for me this year, but we'll see on my performance.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And also just to encourage people, disability sports in South Africa, there's not many people have invested in disability sports. What would you like to say, just as Yane van der Merwe, who is actually putting out all the hard work each and every day for your discipline, what would you say to make sure that they actually come out and they actually invest in disability sports?
I believe if people invest in disability sports, it will give them the opportunity to see life through a disabled person's eyes, like all the obstacles they have to face, and as an athlete, all the equipment that's extra for them to compete with.
Okay, awesome. And also just looking at the rest of the year, what other plans do you have when Paralympics are done?
When Paralympics are done, my plans will depend on if I compete there or not. But then I will work to 2022's senior championship. I'm now too old to go to juniors, so it's seniors for me now. I will work towards that. But everything is dependent on COVID now, so I have to wait and see.
Awesome, that is so true. And also, just like lastly, I want to look at, you've been, now this is your second feature on G Sport. What do you think of G Sport as an initiative and the work that we put in to make sure that women's sport are given the spotlight?
I love all the work that you put in it. As an athlete, for me, how do I can say this? the publicity you helping us with as women in sport as well. It just gives us that bit more self-confidence, like you can do this, there's people seeing you, they're recognizing you for all your hard work. I just love it.
That is so wonderful to hear. And also just for a message that you'd like to send to a youngster who is out there, especially in the disability sporting arena, what would you like to, just tell them to keep going in their careers?
I would just tell them there's always going to be difficult times, but you have to look at the upside. There's difficult times and good times. The good times will be when you get there, it will just be amazing. So just don't never give up. Work through all your problems. Get people to help you if you're struggling. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Yana, just for taking time out for G Sports, and all the best as you prepare and you look to qualify for the Paralympic Games.
So thank you very much. I appreciate it.